Another day, another Sneako L. This situation isn't particularly controversial so much as it is saying the wrong thing about the right person. So on stream, Sneako starts talking about 27-year-old five-time IBJJF black belt world champion Mikey Musumeci, I think that's how you say his name, poking fun at his voice and the way he looks, things people can't typically control.
It's called an Aoki lock. It's a modified heel hook, but
Jiu-jitsu is for autistic people.
What I think a master of jiu-jitsu is somebody that inspires another generation.
Jiu-jitsu, I swear, this is why I like striking. This is a competition where it's an art, and it's an art form, but I learned from the master. He looks like Mark Zuckerberg. He shouldn't be winning.
So that's like a master to student. He's an idol of mine for being 40.
It's like a master to the student. This is a leg heel lock. He's saying he would make me tap. He probably would. You probably would.
Jiu-jitsu is somebody that inspires another generation, and then they're doing the positions that you created.
How is there a combat sport where these people, they look like the Solar Boy collage? How are they winning combat sport competitions?
Surprisingly, Mikey responded to him.
So today I'm going to talk about bullies. Bullies are weak people that make fun of others around them to give themselves relevance and to make themselves feel good. They pick on the differences of humans, which is the most beautiful part of humans, their uniqueness. I really don't like bullies, guys. And there's this guy named Sneako making fun of me, making fun of my friend, making fun of jiu-jitsu. He calls himself a boxer. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. Let's have an MMA fight. I challenge Sneako to an MMA fight. I'm going to shut his mouth, and I'm going to take the bully's lunch money.
Let's not pretend like we don't understand what Sneako is saying. To be honest, Mikey's demeanor is sort of reminiscent of a stereotypical nerd. I do get a little bit of the tism coming off of him, but that's the thing, he'd be giving you bag shots within mere seconds as soon as he gets a hold of you. That naked rear stroke would have Sneako asleep so fast he wouldn't even comprehend what just happened. I personally wouldn't have responded, being a multiple-time BJJ world champion, getting called these things by some random who has absolutely no bearing on your legacy, but hey, I'm not Mikey Musumeci. So he challenges him to an MMA fight after Sneako is talking a big game, saying that this is why he prefers striking-oriented combat sports, even though he's barely trained any bit of boxing and some kickboxing with Jake Shields. I don't want to make fun of anyone's athletic ability, because then I'd myself be a bully, but there is a clear difference in natural affinity for being an athlete between Mikey hitting pads and Sneako hitting pads. Although I guess Mikey still looks a little awkward, but hey, I'm probably not any better than he is. So Sneako responds to Mikey, walking his words back a little and reducing himself, because he got called out, so you gotta reduce yourself to a streamer who just makes jokes. Then later on he says he will fight Mikey on the condition that he can speak to Mark Zuckerberg, a pretty impossible request.
Mikey Musumeci, fine. I accept your offer. I will fight you in MMA. Under one condition, because you accused me of being a bully, I called you a Mark Zuckerberg lookalike, and I've never seen a world champion accuse somebody with no experience of being a bully. But I accept. I understand why you're upset. One condition, because I don't need the money, I'm an active income. You need to tell your sparring partner and your lookalike, Mark Zuckerberg, to have a 1-hour conversation with me about who controls the world, and then I'll fight you. Inshallah. I'll see you soon, Mikey. Look forward to it.
Mikey deduces from that Sneako is pretty much declining the fight because of his dumbass stipulation, which gives Sneako the go-ahead to talk as much as he wants now, essentially.
Obviously, Sneako doesn't want to fight me. Adding in all these stupid stipulations he knows will never happen. Typical bully. They talk and they talk, beyond the safety of their screen, or even in the bathroom, recklessly, and they never face consequences. There's so many people out there like him.
One condition. I'm not getting paid. You're a world champion, and this was my first time ever training. I want to speak to Mark Zuckerberg for an hour about him. Bring that part up. Don't say that's a bunch of stipulations. You spar with him. You speak to him regularly. Let me have a conversation with him. I'm going to live stream it. That's it. It's not all these stipulations. I'm not asking for weight things, because I'm not asking for any clauses. I'm just saying I want to speak to your sparring partner, Mark Zuckerberg, live on a stream, and then I'll do MMA with you. Don't try to lie. You're going to call me a bully. This is fair.
it wouldn't even matter if he added stipulations anyway, because no matter what condition it's under, unless they give Mikey a Xanax or a shitload of Benadryl, Sneako would never win. And to be fair, it would be a little weird if Mikey was being serious about a sanctioned fight rather than doing what Sean Strickland or Kevin Holland do to internet trolls and just spar them or something. At the same time, Sneako's only stipulation would never happen. He says he doesn't need the money, but who the hell would actually pay to see Sneako fight in the first place? That shit would bomb so hard on a pay-per-view because everyone already knows the outcome. People would just wait for the 10-second highlight that gets uploaded immediately after on Twitter. Sneako also claims the reason they don't want to give him the Zuck interview is because of the topic he wants to discuss, but I'd argue it wouldn't matter what the topic was. Why would Zuckerberg ever give this guy the time of day? Like, why would they reward the guy they're calling out for being a bully by giving him some golden ticket interview to shoot up his career for making fun of people's appearances? Anyway, this situation blew up quite a bit. I don't think anything is going to come out of it. Sneako would never fight him, and I honestly would rather Sneako get beat up by another YouTuber, not a world champion. I think it'd be sweeter to see him fight someone who's more along his athletic spectrum like Neon. We should just make the worst people on the internet fight each other. How about that? Jack Doherty versus Sneako or Vitaly versus Fuzi would be fun to watch because you don't even have to root for anyone. You just want to see them get punched in the face. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is a little bizarre for Mikey to call out Sneako. That's like the opposite end of Jake Paul calling out Conor McGregor. Sneako and Mikey are not as big as Jake Paul and Conor, but yeah, you get the point. Anyway, that's it for this video. Yeah, thanks for watching. I exposed this dude claiming to be a veteran, even though he didn't even finish boot camp. If you want to watch that video, that'll be linked here. Thanks for watching, and peace out.